Go ahead, Mr. Butler, when you're ready.
Hey, thank you. Good morning. My name is Alvin Butler. I'm the executive director of a program called Text to Stop It. 4 years ago, we piloted a program in Queen Anne's County Public School called Text to Stop It. This program allows students to report bullying and other concerns in their school by anonymous two-way texting. Here's how it works. When a student witnesses anything they wish to report, they simply text a keyword to a number and anonymously report the information to Text to Stop It operators. They are available 24/7, 365 days a year. The student or parent reporting is then engaged in a two-way anonymous text conversation whereby Text to Stop It obtains details including dates, places, witnesses, perpetrators, and so on. The transcript of the conversation, which I've attached to my testimony, is immediately emailed to the school counselor and or designated administrator for follow-up. We are now in our 4th year of the program in Queen Anne's County Public Schools. During this time, according to the Maryland State Bullying and Harassment Intimidation Report, which just came out on March 31st, bullying is down over 71% in Queen Anne's County Public Schools versus 8.6% during that same time period in Montgomery County Schools. However, last year, Montgomery County had a 12.5% increase in bullying reports versus Queen Anne's County 25% decline. With Text to Stop It, not only are our students reporting bullying, but also instances of drug use, drug dealers, suicides, and more. To date, we've intervened in 7 suicides. In one incident, several students had planned to commit suicide together in a suicide pact. In addition, we have uncovered drug dealers in half of the middle and high schools in Queen Anne's County. And like Montgomery County Public Schools, Queen Anne's County Public Schools is considered a quote-unquote good school district. In April of this year, as a result of testimony from Text to Stop It, Maryland PTA, and your own Liam Kim of Wheaton High School, the Maryland General Assembly approved House Bill number 669, which adds anonymous two-way electronic tips as a method of reporting bullying and harassment in all Maryland schools. However, implementation and funding has been left up to the counties. At a cost of $1.25 per student per year, we urge Montgomery County Board of Education to adopt the Text to Stop It program and greatly improve the safety of our students.
Thank you, Mr. Butler. Mr. Kim?
It's on. Sorry. Good morning, members of the Board of Education. My name is Liam Kim, and as you've heard, I'm a student at Wheaton High School. My principal, Dr. Muggy, sends her regards. I'm here not only as a member of Wheaton High School, but I also represent the Montgomery County Regional Student Government Association. I serve as the parliamentarian, and mental health and bullying are 2 things that are major on our legislative and education priorities docket. I'm going to start off with some quick statistics. Suicide is the 3rd leading cause of death among young people, resulting in about 4,400 deaths per year, according to the CDC. For every suicide among young people, there are at least 100 suicide attempts. And over 14% of high school students have considered suicide, and almost 7% have attempted it. And I can attest to that for myself. Bully victims are between 2 to 9 times more likely to consider suicide than non-bully victims, according to a study by Yale University. And according to statistics by ABC News, nearly 30% of students are either bullies or victims of bullying, and 160,000 kids stay home from school every day because they're afraid of bullies. Bullying, as you've heard, can lead to much worse. But this program here will allow us to help cut it off at the source. Students can report the wrongdoings that they see without spending a good chunk of their time filling out this, the MCPS bullying and harassment form. And don't get me wrong, I understand the importance of the form, but it is very long and very tedious, including messages saying please use a separate sheet of paper to describe it, and no one can describe a bullying incident accurately within such small of a space. It takes a good 10 to 15 minutes to fill out this form properly, and you must turn it in directly to an administrator or principal. There's no Dropbox you can put it in because it's an MCPS secure confidential form. That means that by having to do that, if you're bullied, you have to fill out this form, taking a good 15 minutes out of your day, which you don't have considering how many classes you take and how much you have to do. Then find time to go to an administrator and turn it in. And by simply carrying one with the name very visible in the box right here, you're painting a target on yourself for people to target you. And for the people who are bullying you, they can tell that you're going to report them, and that paints a target on your back as well. This system was adopted back in 2005 in an attempt to stop bullying, but this is the 21st century, and I know that we can do better. Our students deserve better. Losing a student, especially losing a friend, isn't easy. It's really hard to swallow the fact that a student that you know an entire future can be gone in an instant, and it wasn't because of something you could control. It's because they chose to end it. In the least past 2 years, 6 students in Montgomery County have been confirmed to have committed suicide. But as you've heard in Queen Anne's County, 7 students' lives have been saved. So I am confident that had we had that program implemented here, and if we do it now, we can save the lives of as many students, of every student here. Anyone who can even consider thinking that they might take their life could be saved through this program. And I feel like that's something that's worth the cost. As you've heard, it's $1.25 per student per year, which may seem like a lot when you factor everything in. But when it comes to the lives and safety of our students, no price should be too high. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kim. We heard from Mr. Kim also about maybe the report and some of the, my word, not his, maybe being a bit cumbersome. How do we answer to the initiative that it will take for a student to participate in your program? What in terms of anonymity, etc.?
I mean, how do we get it started?
Mm-hmm.
What we do is we put posters in the school, plus this card here that provides information, and these cards here were the magic bullet, so to speak. When we did the pilot in Queen Anne's County, we put up posters throughout the school, and we didn't get a lot of response. And we gave every kid this card, and then all of a sudden we received the responses. When that comes in, our system takes out the kid's name, phone number, all information that's related to that kid. And so the transcript, which you have a copy of, states, it gives them a code number and then the conversation. And so that way we allow them to be anonymous. Each student is also told that in the event they abuse the system, fraud and things like that, that we do have the right to provide identity information to the school.
And then what is the follow-up at the school level?
We think of us as the operators. Think of us as the telephone. We are not counselors. We don't do anything as far as the school is concerned. We take a transcript of the conversation from hello to goodbye, and we send that over to the school. At that point, the school takes its normal method of operation as it would if some student walked in and said, "I've been bullied." How would they handle that? That transcript provides all the information they need to act on it.
Okay, and go ahead.
I normally ask the question, but since Mr. Durso has opened this door, one of our schools actually, what they simply did was bought a second cell phone with a cell phone number and told the students in their community, if you have any issues, whatever, you see anything, all of these things, just text this cell phone or call this cell phone number, and we'll respond directly. What's the advantage of your system over simply having a separate number that any kid in the school can call and they can get a direct, immediate intervention or response?
That's a good first step.
Or counseling or whatever.
Yeah, that's a good step. Anything that you can do to ease the communication barrier with students is a good thing. The problem with the shortcoming of what you just described is the anonymity. Students are concerned that the fact that they know they're anonymous, they open up more to us than if they know that their name is going to be provided to the school, their phone number to be provided to the school. Even if I don't give you my name on that cell phone, you have caller ID, and you can trace the cell phone back to me. And so that anonymity is what makes this, quite frankly, makes this program work.
Has anybody pointed out any risks of having it be anonymous reports? They said there's anything around privacy or rules? Have there been any issues around that?
No. We've been doing this for 4 years now, and again, we've had probably in 4 years only 3 flat-out fraud situations in which we provided the school with the identification. But we haven't. It really has been an easy transition, easy for the schools also.
And lastly, I just want to say, Mr. Kim, I believe you are graduating this year. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So congratulations. And what are you going to be doing next?
UMBC Honors College.
Wonderful. Congratulations.
Okay. Thank you.